Okay. Give him the hold on 3 of the fermata in, what is that, 15?
14.
14, yeah.
And
give
you repeat the 3, right?
Then, yes, you do. You give him that was a cut. Yeah, that was a cut prep.
So here's
cut
3,
and hold,
which are 14.
cut and hold. So you give him 3, and then cut, and then 3. Bomb, bomb. Yep.
Here's 3.
Just a couple of things that, and this will be an issue for a lot. So, one, those of you who had me before know I stress breathing. Breathe on your preps; it'll make a huge difference to your group. Do you play a wind instrument at all? No. So it's gonna take some getting used to for you. But if you do it, it makes your prep really apparent what's going on. So when you go boom boom, that's pretty obviously what's a preparation. So yeah, utilize it on all your fermatas, and you actually did it on several of them. Make sure that you continue moving. If you stop, do you know what will tend to happen with your group? If you just hold it like this? Guess. Yeah. What will happen? They'll go, ba, 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 ba. Yeah, so if you keep going, it's a real indication that the music is continuing. Again, it's more that continuation thing with your baton. So take it from the top and just do the first phrase. Just get into the first couple of bars. Stand with your feet together. Stand up straight. There you go. Now, that's a continuation thing. So you don't want them to take a breath or anything else. So this is a 3, 4, bum. So you go right into it with just a little, basically reiterating 4. Okay, the next thing, let's see. The next fermata, why don't you play it from bar 9? Let's play it from bar 9, please. Give me a little bit of a crescendo by making your beat bigger and bigger, or you can use your left hand if you're comfortable with that. That was a 3 and a cut. And this one, bum bum ba-da, bum bum. So each one, when you give your preps, and I'm directing all my comments to her, but this is good for everybody. 3, when you give your prep, make sure it's a big prep. Make sure it's a real indication of the beat, bum bum. And if you add that breath, 3, bum 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 bum. Okay, take it. I'll just take it from bum bum ba-dum. So that would be bar 12. Bar 12. Bless you.
From the fermata.
Just take it right at the beginning of bar 12. Now listen to cut and hold. So cut, wait. So you have to give them another 3.
Yeah.
So you have to give them another 3. 1, 2, and 3. Cut. Bum 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 bum. him that fermata in 14. Here we are in 3 of 14. How many of you, everybody knows the 3 kinds of fermatas. Basically, you've got a cut prep, you've got a cut and hold, and you've got a continuation. So the key to this one is to go in through and marking so that you know what you're supposed to be doing on each one. And I understand this is new for you. So the last one is a cut hold, or a cut prep, sorry. So 1, 2, and 3, so you're gonna cut, and that's gonna be your prep also, right? 1, 2, and 3, bum, bum, bum. Okay. Good start. On this, let's see, what happened on this one? Let's see, 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I know. Right, we get the right. Stop. Right. Give another one. Bum, bum, with the big breath. Don't be afraid to really give me a big breath.
Okay.
I mean, it's yeah. I know you feel self-conscious. We talk about self-consciousness all the time. But as a conductor, you can't be self-conscious. You're good. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Yay. Hard being the very first one on the went 1, 2, and 3. You went straight up instead of out for 3.
Okay.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. So you did it that time too.
Okay.
So you went bum, 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 and then you went up instead of bum, 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 bum.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
At the very top, the continuation.
Keep moving.
Yeah, exactly.
We hadn't done that before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we didn't talk
Okay,
about
but yeah, I think that's a big deal. In general, I think your even your loud patterns can be a little bit more compact. Bum, 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 bum.
Okay.
They don't need to go quite as far over here and then quite as far out here. I'd say give yourself a little box to conduct in until it gets crazy at some point, so that you've got that kind of saved up for a big occasion.
Okay.
In addition, I think you should look in the mirror and start practicing your patterns to have a little more shape to them, even when they're staccato. So instead of just dotting the I, kind of, they should still, even in a staccato pattern, they should still go bum, 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 bum. So there's a little bit of shape to them.
Yep.
Otherwise, they kind of tend to stop.
Okay.
So just watch that. Very nicely done on the contrast in the dynamic. Real good. You see that gesture, and he prepped it nicely too. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we really got, and you got it from him. So good job on that.
Cool.
Okay, Kyle, want to give it to him? Again, when you get back to your seat, what you should be doing is writing down everything that you and I talked about regarding your performance. And then look on the video and see if I was telling the truth. If not, it's only possible. Oh, does he? No one's got the tenor part.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's
I
all right.
printed the
That's
form
okay.
part.
As I was recalling that you were a transposer, that you usually.
Yep. I have it and all that stuff.
Okay, that's fine. would you guys like to see Kyle looking at you as you start or not? Yeah, we want to see you looking at us. What's one? You gave us a 4.
I know I did.
Instead of a 3. Your gestures for your preps just need to be a little more emphatic.
Okay.
Generally, everything was good. You could do more with the contrast between the big sections and the small ones too, and you don't need to use your left hand so much.
Yeah.
So get used to doing it without. So on these, bum bum ba-da, if you just give us a bum bum, it's not going to be quite as clear. This one's a better one. Bum 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 bum. So the 3 needs to be bigger than the 4. If we're coming in on 4 and your prep is on 3, the 3 needs to be big. Bum 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 bum. And cut. Bum 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 bum. Or at least just as big. They need to be somewhere around the same area. Good. Okay. I can see we'll probably start with Fermata drill. And just re-emphasize that. Take a look at it again, just to make sure everybody's clear. Uh-oh. Calm down. Hands a little bit high.
Let me just start with
That's it.
both.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Nicely done. Nicely done. The preps are really good. If you're going to use your left hand for those accents, only do it on the accent. Bum 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 bum. You actually did both of them. Might as well just make the emphasis on the one. Sometimes your hands drop a little bit low for me. So up here where it's just easier to see. Occasionally you'll have a group with lots of rows, and you just want to make sure that everybody can see you. So just keep them up in that box right up there. Good job. Okay, Kathleen. You get it right? Yep.
And if you're going to use your hand for that crescendo, and I know it's something to get used to, but if you're doing the crescendo, the bouncing hand will be less effective than 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So just something to work on. It's the patting your stomach and scratching your head or whatever that is. Anyway. Start with so your prep it doesn't have to be up. It shouldn't be up at all because that looks like you're getting ready to go down. Your prep for your downbeat goes up, so go out. 3, 4, okay. You were gonna give us a fermata on 4 though.
Oh, yeah.
Relax your elbows a little bit. You look a little stiff. Yeah, just relax.
Okay.
Be comfortable. contrast between your marcato first section and your. So a little bit of contrast there. Your last two fermatas, it's same thing I said to Kyle, which was that make sure that your prep is at least as large and maybe a little bit bigger than the next beat. So what we saw from you, for example, on the last one was bum, 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 bum. So a little prep and a giant beat for us to come in. And they did it for you because they're your friends. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. And don't forget, that breath will help. As a string player, again, that's something for you to learn. But it's real important. Hold your baton for me real quick. Okay, it looks like it looks tight out there. So relax your hand a little bit, yeah, and maybe you're a little nervous. But I'd like to see, and maybe this goes against what your last teacher told you, but I like the fingertip up here instead of the grip. It just looks. Just relax a little bit, kind of to the side, and relax these fingers just a little bit. Just feel comfortable. So you don't want to drop it, but it should look. You should look like you're effortlessly holding it, and it's kind of part of your hand. Good. That's better already. Show me again. There you go. Good. Okay. Casey. Stupid piano key. Good breathing, and you got the preps very nicely on there. When you came down for your second phrase, I got that it was going to be softer because of the way that because of your body language, but your patterns stay the exact same size.
Okay.
So just check that. What else was I going to say? The mod in bar 12. Bum,
Yeah.
bum, 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 ba-da, cut. So make your cut small.
Okay.
Bum, bum, ba-da, small. Bum, bum, and then the big prep for 4. We'll get the 8th note that way. Okay, good. Fine. Real good preps. If you'll give us a breath on 4 in bar 12, that'll ensure that we're coming in correctly. Just give us that breath. Bum, bum, ba-da, bum, 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 bum. It's impossible to mistake there. A little bit more contrast in the size of your patterns, but the patterns look great. When you do the crescendo thing, let's make sure that you're starting and you have some place to go. If your hand starts up here, you don't want it to end up here. So just start it down here, and maybe as an adjunct to
to your right hand, and then you can gradually turn it over. That's one way to do it. And gradually bring it up, and as you do it, work on your pattern getting bigger too. It's a tricky little move, but one you gotta have. Good job. Yay. Elizabeth.
Oh, sorry.
Let me start real quick. If you're not using your left hand, just get used to having it down. And by the way, if you're confused about what to do with your left hand, you can have it here, which kind of hides it from the audience. That's fine, and it gets you ready to use it. Otherwise, you can have it in back of you for now. That's fine. Just something comfortable. So just make sure that if you have it up there, it's up for a purpose.
So
Okay.
if I want to use it for crescendo, I can bring it up.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And that's why it's kind of good here. It just kind of gets it close and ready. And now it's close and you bring it up. So do the very beginning real quick. Give us a big 3 in that breath, okay? Relax your elbow just a little bit. There you go. It's a little bit difficult to get used to doing it, but the breath comes on your prep instead of the entrance by the orchestra. So bum 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 bum, as opposed to you were breathing with them as they entered. So we went that's too late to breathe, obviously. Okay, work on the shape a little bit. Look in the mirror and work on the shape of your pattern. We should have some nice curves and stuff to it, like at the very beginning. So I want it to look. So there's a little curve to it, and then you're curving back in. It should always have a little shape as opposed to little straight lines. Okay? 3, 4, bum, 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 bum. And just breathing on the prep. Okay? Great. All right, well, we'll pick it up there with our last 3. And I have a piano key, so I don't have to run over to the office. I apologize for that. And I'll have this up on YouTube, and I'll send everybody a link to it.